Hi Taurus, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember, these are general readings. Make sure you use your own discernment. They're for your sun, moon, and ascendant sign. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So, for your key to the week, and I just want to say, just to give you a little heads up, I have listened to your feedback just to say that there are some changes coming to Radiant Reality. How I do things moving forward, it's going to be different. I understand that nobody liked the fortnightly readings. Personally, I thought that was a brilliant idea, but apparently you guys didn't. So of course I have listened to my audience, and as you know, I love you guys. I'm ultimately here because of you guys. So it is, I need to make sure that I'm making you happy, but I also need to make sure that I'm keeping it funky and fresh for myself so that I can bring you the best, right? When I am in my mad scientist, creative Aquarius energy, I can give you the best. Okay, so with that said, stay tuned, stay with me, because I think you're going to like where I'm taking everything. And yeah, it's going to be coming over the next couple of months, so stay tuned. All right, now with that said, your key to the week is the Star card, right? Hope, joy, optimism for the future, and also a deep sense of self and universal trust is what sets in for you this week. I kind of get the feeling that this week, remember, the Star card is kind of like a glimpse into the future, right? You get a little amuse-bouche from the I'm sure I'm butchering that, but whatever. You get a little taster of what the universe has in store for you as kind of a, yes, you're going the right way, right? That's the Star card in general. So you're getting little glimpses in all of these different areas that we're going to explore, which is great. But also there's a sense of newfound trust in yourself and the universe that's coming through, and potentially as well in the connections that you're forging on a business level, the connections that you're forging in terms of friendships, the connections that you're forging with your partner or your significant other. It's like there are newfound connections, right? It's like when they say like this, when certain areas of the brain sort of speak to each other, you're getting a double up of this energy this week, which is really, really nice. So for your actions and options, you've got the Five of Cups. So I'm going to be really honest with you. This week may very well see you phasing out certain types of friendships, certain types of connections. There's nothing wrong with this. It means that you are making way and space for new friendships, new connections, new partnerships as well, right? And when I say partnerships, I mean across the board, personal, professional, platonic, familial even, right? The thing with the Five of Cups, because it's in the position of your actions and options. This is about what you do, right? And you are going through the process of releasing or removing and potentially even mourning some element of your life that is no longer the same or is going away. But you're actively making this happen. It's like, you know what, I won't speak to these people anymore, or I'm not going to, like, you're making cuts in your life, potentially on a social level. When it comes to the opportunities that are available to you, this is to show you who is worth keeping, right? So if you start making a concerted effort to remove certain people or friends from your life, and somebody really does their absolute best to kind of say, look, actually, I still want to be a part of your world. Is there anything that I can do? That's that person fighting for your friendship, your, business partnership, or whatever the case might be. So be open to it. All right. Just if somebody demonstrates that level of wanting to stay in your life, even if they're not at the same sort of frequency as you, it means that person is genuinely trying to up level themselves. All right. So just be a little open this week. It doesn't have to be so resolute. So you've got the Devil card as your communications and conversations. Okay. So look, they're not the easiest of cards. And I got to be honest with you, there's something about these that I'm hearing. It's like, it's not even that somebody doesn't want you to win. It's more a case of there's a bit of the green monster going on, certainly when it comes to the work, the profession, the career. The Devil card, especially with the Star card, this could be where Maybe you see the darker side of social media this week. Maybe you kind of realize, like, actually, this isn't helping me in any way, so I need to do something different. When it comes to those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, this with the Five of Cups, I'm just going to be straight up. If you're studying, whether this is, you know, a correspondence course or online course, right the way through to actual university, etc., there's something about this week where you're going to see either the funding is pulled or the course comes to a close, or you get some bad news about whatever it is that you're studying. One way that this potentially, it's not guaranteed, but one way that this potentially shows up is that you are unable to continue for any number of reasons. And I gotta say, because you have the Star card here, there is something in this that suggests it really is for the best. Now, that's one way we could look at this. Another way that you might be able to see this is if you decide that there is only one way of doing something, or like this week, don't fall into the trap of saying, oh, you know, well, you know, whatever I'm learning, like, it's crap because it's not like so-and-so does it. It's a very, very dangerous path to go down, right? When it comes to those of you that are working for somebody else, or in terms of whether you're employed by somebody else, the Devil card here, especially with the Star card, this could be a skill set, or it might even be some kind of new venture that your employer is trying to bring in, and it just doesn't work, right? Like, and it's unfortunate because obviously, you know, I get it. Companies spend a lot of time and money and stuff and research and all the rest of it to implement things, but if it doesn't fucking work, it doesn't work, right? Stop trying to, you know, stop trying to make fetch happen, right? It's just, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And if this is the case, my advice to you would be give honest feedback and tell them, right? I understand you guys are the big wigs and all the rest of it, but I'm telling you here on the ground, what you're implementing doesn't work, all right? It's time to really be honest, whether they are your employer or not, all right? At the end of the day, facts are facts, whether you like it or not. When it comes to those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, I'm going to be really honest with you. I love my ball gang. You guys know I do. But get the fuck out of your feelings. Oh my gosh. Like, just snap out of it, right? Like, don't get me wrong, because Taurus is not a very emotional sign, right? So, you know, this is not to rag on you for being a little bit emotional. But this week, it's like that emotion. It's like you want to be unhappy about something. It's like this week I'm cussing all the signs. Like, everyone's getting told this week for some reason. Aries got it, they got it bad, right? But get out of your feelings this week. It's like, you know, there are good things coming, there are good things shaping up. Maybe they're not happening on the timeline that you would like, but there are good things happening here. So get out of your own way by getting out of your feelings this week, and stop being hard-headed when you're given certain information, right? Be ready to pivot. When it comes to your those of you that are retired or no longer working for any reason, honestly, this looks like a week of overindulgence, which, you know, if you're in social situations, I'm all for it. Go, have fun, do your thing to your heart's content, but just be mindful that it could go a little bit further than you realize. For your love and relations, you've got the High Priestess. Okay, so there's a couple of things here. The first thing that I want to say to you is, do not, for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, do not let friends or the social circle meddle in your relationship this week. Whatever their opinions are, tell them to keep them to themselves, okay? Now, that's not to say that if you are given information that is pertinent or relevant or makes sense to you about your relationship, that you ignore it. There's possibly something here that you either see or comes to you via social media about a partner. And look, right, it's important, you know, there are couples that have staunchly different religions. There are couples that have staunchly different political beliefs, and they still make it work, right? They're still together 30 and 40 and 50 years into the future. However, it might be something that you personally feel quite sort of like, oh, you know, I didn't realize you felt like that. And if that is the case, you know, thank you for bringing this to my attention. I will talk to them about it. Don't bring it up in company. This is whatever needs to be talked about with your partner. It's closed door stuff, right? Close ranks, deal with it in house, and then, you know, thanks, whatever. The other thing is, be careful here because it's the devil card and the high priestess. It does make me wonder what a certain person has to gain from causing issues or meddling in your relationship. Okay, so be very mindful of where the source of the information is coming from. When it comes to those of you that are single and looking, look, this with the devil card, if you're single, it may be that you are single, but the person that you're fooling around with isn't, right? There could be something going on in the background with them. So you just need to be, you know, a little bit mindful about this. I say this because it's the high priestess. The other thing is as well with that devil card in the communications, it's outside information or communication that rocks the boat. So don't allow it to happen. All right. Now, before we get into your money and materials, just want to let you know the Lunar Lacuna is open. It's out there. There's a good few people in there. I'm really, really chuffed. I can't wait for you to be a part of it. Make sure you check it out. There's 2 videos. I'll put the links for those in the description so that you can get a feel of what it's all about. We're talking moon magic. We're talking manifesting. We're talking astrology, tarot, numerology even. There's going to be energy work as well for those of you that love my energy work stuff, which is quite a lot of you at this point, which I'm really proud about. Then you want to be in this, right? You can pay annually or by the month. This is going to be a 12-month journey where we go around the zodiac using our fair lunar. And I gotta say, I'm really, really, really excited about this one. So if you are interested, there'll be a link in the description box below where you can sign up. It would be amazing to have you. For your money and materials, you've got the 2 of Cups. Okay, so it's possible that this challenge that comes in with a partner, it might have a financial slant. I don't see it being anything like, oh, this person's cheating or any. It's not that. It might be that they have either spent money on something or they've got a certain idea. Like, okay, so one way that this could show up is, let's say your partner puts a tweet out saying, oh, you know, I would never let my wife earn more than I do, right? Just something really stupid, very, do you know what I mean? But like, there's something that you kind of like, hang on a sec, what the fuck? You kind of take offense to, right? So watch out for that. Another way that this could also show up is that they spend money on something that you don't want them to or agree with. And it may cause a bit of a ruffled feather or two. Now, in terms of making money, how you make money this week is through your partnerships, connections, and collaborations. What I will also say, because the 2 of Cups is partnerships, collaborations, etc. Interestingly enough, even with the other stuff that's going on, there's a possibility for you and your significant other to make money together, providing you can talk it out. What I will also say is when it comes to your physical health and vitality, this with the Star card, just overindulgence, right? On everything from wine to your feelings this week. Be really, really mindful of this week, because if you get into a habit or a pattern, it just kind of looks like it's going to run away with itself. And then finally, when it comes to your home and environment, this is really nice. Even for whatever comes up, for those of you that are partnered, if there are challenges, you get past it pretty quickly. For those of you that are single, this could be that somebody is coming to stay, and by stay I mean yeah. Anyway, right, for those of you that are single, it looks like there's fun to be had. I gotta be honest, I don't know if you remember, it wasn't last week, I think it was the week before, or maybe even the week before that, when I said to you, you're potentially meeting, this is for the single Taurians, you're potentially meeting somebody who maybe doesn't bring out the best traits in you. It's fun, it's sexy, it's exciting, it definitely scratches an itch or two, but it might not necessarily be something that you want for the long term, because this person isn't necessarily, you know, bringing out your best, okay? So just something to watch out for. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.